It's the 3rd of March, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. I wish Donald Trump would just shut the hell up and do what he has to do as far as this war in the Middle East that's going on. He's talking about now that the U.S. has an unlimited supply of weaponry to prosecute this war past the 4 to 5 week timeline that he has stated. And everyone knows this is a lie, particularly the Iranians. You see, right now, the Iranians are using low-cost drones to attack targets. Yesterday, two of our embassies, one in Kuwait and one in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, were struck by these drones. And even though they did not cause a great deal of damage, what they did was continue to diminish the finite supply of defensive missiles that Saudi Arabia and other countries have in that region. Meanwhile, the U.S. Air Force is flying around Iran looking for these missile sites so they can take out their hypersonic missiles that the Iranians have kept in reserve for now. I think what is going to occur with Iran playing the long game, that they are prepared for this. They're going to continue to launch thousands of those drones, hitting a few targets, but depleting the U.S. and Israeli defensive missile supply. And at some point, it's going to end up just like the 12-day war, with no more missiles in the so-called Iron Dome. They're going to saturate cities with the hypersonic missiles, and there'll be more death and devastation, and no solution to a problem that could have been remedied just by sitting down at the table and talking. Because in fact, the reports that I have read is that the Iranians were hours from signing a nuclear deal, a good one. They had given away a lot of concessions to the U.S., including inspections. But even knowing that, Trump authorized this operation anyway. And now he's on the airways talking about how many the U.S. has, and everybody knows that that's a bunch of hooey. In addition, it gets worse, is that the State Department has issued a warning asking over 1 million Americans in the region to come home. 14 countries in the Middle East, they have advised them to leave immediately. And you can go to the State Department website and take a look and see what countries those are. So in the meantime, it's more chaos and carnage in the Middle East with no solution in sight. Trump says, oh, it's too late for them to talk. But once again, everybody knows that the Iranians refused to negotiate with him again. And the reason why is that they were sitting at the table. They were willing to sign a deal. And as usual, Donald Trump reneged, stabbed them in the back, and started this war folly. Before I go, my heart goes out to the 6 service members that have lost their life thus far in this operation, and the over 800 people who live in the region who have lost their lives. These are senseless, unjust deaths. And I think that what is going to happen, this is my personal opinion now, this is going to inflame tensions against the U.S. for decades to come. We already had trust issues dealing with our allies there. And this has the potential for uniting the entire Arab world against us. It's the 3rd of March, 2026, and I'm Reg Knight. Have a good day.